Hey guys, it's Amy Dad, the Keto Queen. It's Wednesday, hump day. We're home from work and I'm running a little late for dinner, guys. My dad wanted to jump in the car and take a ride, so I was like, jump in the car, let's go. And me and Dad took a little side trip. So I'm just getting to the house and letting the dogs out and getting supper ready. Guys, we're making another new dish and thankfully, no ma'am. Thankfully tonight is a night that I already had planned on making a fast, easy, delicious dinner. So this is new. It's very quick. Guys, we're fixing to make it together. All I've done without you is take some Italian sausage. So you know the Italian sausage, like the Johnsonville Italian sausages. I cut them into bite-sized chunks, as you can see. I personally like to take the casing off. You don't have to. It's up to you. The recipe is in this post, guys. But I cut it into bite-sized chunks, pulled the casing off, and put it in the skillet. I cooked the sausage until it's completely done, draining the grease. I even took a paper towel to make sure there's no extra grease in there because you don't want this to be a greasy dish. But we just put the sausage in a 9x13. Now, I'm using mild. If you want to use the sweet sausage, you can. And guys, we're making Italian sausage with a creamy basil sauce. So if you guys are ready, we're going to make the basil sauce. Again, so easy. What I've got is 6 ounces of cream cheese softened in a mixing bowl. And now we're going to add something that I love and don't use enough of. My husband's not a major fan, but I absolutely love a basil pesto sauce. So look, this one actually is made by Rao's. Guys, I don't know if you heard, but I heard that Rao's sold out to Campbell's. So Campbell's Soup bought the Rao's brand. It's okay. I'm going to have faith that they're going to keep the same ingredients and it's still going to be the amazing sauces that you and I have loved over the last couple of years. But, you know, they were growing pretty darn big. So my opinion is when you get to a certain place, you either have to expand and take a risk or sell out and make tons of money. They chose that option. That's what I think. I haven't read any of the articles, but I know that Rao's has been sold. I love Rao's products because they're delicious. You don't need to add any flavor to them, and they're all low carb. So I love Rao's. Hopefully Campbell's will keep it the same. Ellie, you're fixing to get a whooping. So what I'm going to do now is take this softened cream cheese. I've got 6 ounces, and we're going to add in, I'm going to record this as we're doing it. We're going to add in the basil pesto sauce. And I'm using a half a cup. So we have 6 ounces of softened cream cheese. We're adding the basil pesto. And then we're going to add some heavy cream. So if you do a half a cup of tomato basil pesto, and a half a cup of heavy cream with 6 ounces of softened cream cheese, I think it's going to make an amazing sauce. We're going to test it out. We're going to try it tonight and see if I actually like it. You guys know I'm pretty darn honest, so if I don't, I will let you know what I will be doing different the next time. So we're going to take these 3 items and we're going to mix them together and then we're going to pour them over our Italian sausage. Now I personally am using 2 pounds of sausage because this is really a meat plate. I'll just be honest. It's an Italian sausage with cream sauce. So it's just sausage and a cream sauce. I'm personally making a side dish of roasted broccoli as the side dish. But if you wanted to, you probably could serve this over something, maybe like a mashed cauliflower. I'm not sure. This is the first time I'm cooking it, so I want to taste it really good before I decide if I'd put it over anything, like a bed of some cauliflower rice or something like that. But guys, ooh, this looks yummy. That looks so yummy. It looks like a green pesto sauce. So this is a creamy basil sauce that we're making. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put it right over the Italian sausage. So I apologize, I'm making a video as we're doing this because I was asked to do some reels. So we are just going to make up some reels as we're cooking. And what we're going to do now is pour this basil sauce right over the meat. So again, it's 6 ounces of softened cream cheese, a half a cup of basil pesto, and a half a cup of heavy cream. If you guys have never tried basil pesto, oh, it's so yummy. You can actually make it yourself homemade. It's not that hard. It's just that I do it the lazy way. As long as it's still low carb, I'll do it the lazy way every time. But I love tomato basil. I love tomato basil and I love basil pesto. I love those 2 sauces. All right, so we're just going to put this in here and we'll spread it over. So let me get it all out of here. There's a big spoon. Let me change over here to my small spoon. Let me move over to my small spoon. I'm not wasting an ounce of it. Guys, there's no extra seasoning. This is seasoned enough. You definitely don't want to add anything extra. The Italian sausage has its own flavor. The basil and the pesto together has its own flavor. And then we're going to add some mozzarella cheese because you guys know I love cheese. You don't have to use as much as I'm using. As a matter of fact, I took a whole 8-ounce block of mozzarella to put over the top of this. You can do less if you want to, or like always, you can leave the cheese completely off. But I love cheese on my casseroles and any kind of cream sauce. All right, so here we go. We're going to spread that over the meat. Let's see if I can do it with one hand and holding this at the same time. We'll see if I'm talented enough to do that. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Do it this way. So we're going to spread the pesto sauce right over the meat just like this. I know you guys can see me. And then we're going to add the mozzarella cheese. So I'm going to smear it pretty thinly. Now, of course, if it's in the oven, and we're going to put it in the oven on 400. So I've got my oven on 350 right now. Let me go ahead and add that. 400. I'm going to do 400 just because it bumps up the heat and it will help that cheese melt a little quicker. The sausage is cooked. This is all cooked. There's nothing really more to do to it. We're just going to let the cheese melt. And this is very flavorful. As a matter of fact, if you want to stick your finger in it, you can stick your finger in it and taste it for yourself to see if you want to spread it out even thinner. And guys, you actually can do this less. I'm doing 2 pounds of sausage. So if you want to make 1 pound of sausage and make this a smaller recipe, you certainly can. Or if you don't like the flavor and it's too strong for you, you could actually do less. Oh, that's delicious. Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing. Good. Now I'm going to wash my finger before I touch this mozzarella. Yum. This is the very first time I've ever seen Rayo's brand Basil Pesto. So let me turn this around so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Let me see if I can just turn this around here. Let's see. So my friend taught me how to do this. Let me see if I can remember. Oh, yes. Hang on. Here we go. Here we go. Rayo's. Can y'all see that? Basil Pesto. This is so delicious. I just tasted it on my finger. So yummy. This will definitely be a go-to for me in the future because I love Basil Pesto. But I've never tried this brand before. So I love Rayo's. All right. So we got the pesto smeared over the Italian sausage. Now we're going to top it off with some mozzarella cheese. Again, you don't have to use as much as I do, but I took an 8-ounce block of cheese and I just shredded it really super fine. And we're going to put the cheese over the casserole. If I can do it, I'll try to do a little. There we go. Put the cheese over the casserole just like this. And then we're going to put it on 400 in the oven for about 10 minutes. Will you get out in front of my feet? Lord of mercy, I don't know if I can do. Look at these dogs. Lord to mercy. They just love to play, which I'm glad. They love each other. They can play with each other while I'm cooking. All right, and all we're going to do is put it in the oven on 400 until the cheese melts. Now, if you grate it super fine, Ellie, don't be jealous. Ellie. When you grate or shred your mozzarella or any kind of cheese super fine, it just melts faster in the oven. And we got it on 400, so it's going to melt a little more. Also, guys, keep in mind, if you want to, at the end of this, if you want to turn your broiler on for a minute, you certainly can, kind of to crisp it up some if you want to. Just make sure you watch that like a hawk, like you do not walk away from it, because your cheese can burn really, really quickly if you turn it on broil. But I like a broiler every once in a while to either crisp up or turn a little brown, just so it looks a little pretty. But guys, is this not looking yummy? All right, guys, if you're still on, I'm going to stick this in the oven and I will show you what our broccoli looks like. Our broccoli is the side dish. I told Ricky broccoli goes with everything. And we love roasted broccoli, so that's what we decided to cook. Let me swap it out. I'm going to show you what the broccoli looks like real quick. If I can get my fingers in there. Actually, I better get me a little, let me get me one of my little heating pads. And then I will give you guys a quick update on my dad if you still are here and you want to hear an update. Ooh, that broccoli looks yummy. Let me put this down for a second and switch it out. 10-minute timer. Dinner will be ready in 10 minutes. Look at this broccoli. Woo, I mean, that looks really good. It's just a roasted broccoli. And look how brown it is on the edges. I mean, this is exactly how we love it. Guys, it's so fast and easy. All you do is put it on a baking sheet. I like to use aluminum foil so I don't have to clean up. You heavily drizzle with avocado oil, salt and pepper. Put it in the oven on 350 until you can stick a fork in it. We like ours brown. So you can do it as tender as you want to. You can crisp it up if you want to. The longer you cook it, it turns to mush. So I don't like my vegetables mushy, but when we roast vegetables, we like to see the brown edges. So let me get a fork and see what it looks like here. These bigger chunks, oh yeah, it's not done yet, but it's getting close. Those bigger chunks is the ones you want to test with your fork, because all the smaller ones, of course, are going to be ready. Guys, we love it just like this. We don't do anything special to it. Some people will put some extra cheeses and stuff on it. Like, there's nothing extra you need. You can put some garlic powder on it if you want there, but salt and pepper, avocado oil is delicious just like it is. Let me record this real quick, because that's going to be yummy. That is going to be yummy in my tummy. We love roasted vegetables, broccoli, asparagus, cabbage, pretty much anything you can put in the oven and roast with salt and pepper is the easiest, most delicious side dishes. Let me stick this back in. I'm going to give you a quick update on my dad if you guys want to listen in. And then I definitely will post a picture of this to let you know how we liked it, and it will be in the recipe blog later this evening if we liked it. So I never put anything inside my recipe blog unless it's something I'm going to cook again. So like last night I cooked something for the very first time. Ricky really enjoyed it. And I said, would you have this again? He said, absolutely. So I added it to the blog. So if I cook something and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Sorry, Ricky just pulled up. If I cook something and I'm like, yeah, it was all right. I'm sorry, hang on. Hey, shh. Can you go outside and get him? He's not even here. What are y'all barking at? Holy mercy, I'm sorry, y'all. So they just went crazy. They went haywire for a second. If I cook something, I'm like, yeah, it's all right, but I probably wouldn't cook it again. Then I'm not going to add it to my recipe blog because I don't want to fill it up with stuff that I didn't really enjoy. So if you see it posted on the blog, it's because we enjoyed it and we will be cooking it again. It may even turn into one of our favorite rotations. So, all right, guys, update on my dad. He did better today, so I'm very proud of him. You know, his goal every day is to... I hit a button. His goal every day is to eat. The doctor told him he has to eat. He has to eat. If he wants to fight this like he says he does, he has to eat. So it's been really hard for him, though, because he's so weak. I mean, he can barely stay awake half the day, and nothing tastes good. Since he started chemo, like, nothing tastes good. So today he did really well. I woke up and went over while my mom had to take a meeting at work. And he ate a bowl of cereal, and then he had one of his protein drinks. And then tonight, I know you guys are going to be against it. It's okay. I'm not even going to tell you what he ate, but he was hungry for something, and we jumped in the car and went and got it. So the doctors told him he has to eat. They said they would rather him eat anything than to eat nothing. So when he had a flavoring, we took off and got what he wanted. So that's a good thing. Another thing is his second chemo treatment starts tomorrow. So he's scheduled for in the morning for his next chemo treatment. So if you guys will please continue to pray with us. We want this chemo to work, most importantly. And we want my dad to be healthy as possible through this treatment. You guys know, if you follow my page, he has a rare cancer. There is no cure. The doctors have been brutally honest with us that there's no cure. So we're hoping that the chemo works to extend his life, okay, because he has a very short opportunity right now unless his chemo works. And it can work because God makes miracles happen all the time. So we're just praying that this works. One good thing, though, we have two great things happening. Monday, we have an appointment with a specialist at Vanderbilt in Nashville. Now, we went to Vanderbilt already, and we saw a surgeon who did not give us the best news. So we're going to see an oncologist there who actually has treated this rare cancer before. So that's Monday. So be praying for us for Monday to get good information and possible, good job. You're doing exactly what you need to do. Or this is what we need to do different. Like, we just need education. We want someone to steer us in the right direction of the best treatment possible. So that's Monday at Vanderbilt. Today I got a call back from the Mayo Clinic. And the Mayo Clinic, they have 3 locations. Their primary home base is in Minnesota. And they are going to be reviewing my dad's records over the next 3 days and will call us back to say, good job, you're doing exactly what you need to do, or let's make an appointment because we have some opportunity. So whatever we're supposed to do, I know God's in control of it. So we're just praying every day that what we're doing is working and that we're doing everything in our power to help my dad, because I mean, we're not doctors, and we have connections, thank God, and those connections have really helped us. Like our nurse practitioner that works with us, Amy Naylor, I mean, she's a great friend and she's a nurse practitioner of ours, and she has really helped us like jump through hoops to get appointments faster and biopsies faster, so we truly appreciate that. But we're just depending upon these doctors and the specialists and all the information that we've gotten, that we've read over the internet, and we're just doing the best we can. So I'm really super excited about these two appointments, because right now we're doing the bare minimum. We're doing the basics of what this cancer has been treated with, and the success rate is very, very low. And then Monday, making sure you pray for that appointment at Vanderbilt with this specialist. And that's all we're doing, guys. I just want to give you an update because I know you guys care, and I know y'all been praying for us, and I so much appreciate it. And I'm not even going to look at my messages right now. I can't look at these comments because the emotions have been wild, which is why you've been seeing me missing a little bit. And it's okay, because I want to be able to help you guys, and I can talk all day on the phone, I can text, I can help you with your orders, but to do videos and talk about my dad is really, really hard. So I love him so much. He loves us so much. We have an amazing family. We've been blessed for eternity as far as I'm concerned since I was born. We've had a very tight-knit, close family. We've had tons of adventures together. We have explored tons of things together. We get to work together. Like, we have the most awesome family dynamics ever. Doesn't mean we're perfect by no means, but we've always spent a lot of time together. So we're just so thankful for that. And we just don't want to give that up. Like, we're just not ready to give that up. And my dad's not ready to give that up. So we're doing everything possible. You guys